over there. Ah, there we go. Look who left their house. Hello, Facebook. I posted this morning that I wanted to do a video, but I did not do the video I wanted to do this morning because I really want to try to maintain some kind of scheduling, and I said I was going to do my videos on Mondays at 8 a.m. And so I want to try to maintain that, even if I have other inspiration. Sit down. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I have no idea what day of the week it is. It is Wednesday. And we've been having a lot of conversations about a lot of different things. And in addition to being like social distancing, and so we've been apart from each other, then you add in all of this new, race conversation. And that's another thing that has now kept us apart. And so if you have been following my page for any amount of time, you know I have a lot of different friends, and some of them I like more than others. But I've only done Facebook Live with a few people. This is one of the people I have done Facebook Live with. So I want to show y'all who I have out here today that I'm going to talk to. Look at that.
Oh, you got to turn around.
I haven't turned. I took it off of me and turned it on to you. Yo, look, it's Noah. It is Noah Galloway. Everyone's favorite Noah.
Everyone's favorite Noah.
So you're sitting over there for social distancing. Y'all, there's Noah. So I was telling Noah about my videos because he hadn't watched them.
You didn't ask that question. You didn't ask if I was watching them or not.
Well, you hadn't watched them. Okay, so anyway, I was telling Noah about the video.
You want to go to this side over here where it's the
Yes,
sun?
please.
All right. Keep talking.
Yes, please. So let's go to the shade. So I was telling Noah about the videos I've been doing and how I feel like they've been helping. But I was also talking to Noah. We've been texting the past few days. Well, we text all the time. Not a whole lot because he's sometimey. But I had texted him because he's, the whole thing right now is like speak up, say something. And Noah has been using his platform and his voice to speak up and say something. And just as his friend of over 10 plus years, we never know when we met. But as my friend, my personal friend over 10 plus years, also appreciating and respecting his platform, to see Noah speaking up has actually meant a lot to me. I'm gonna get emotional. I didn't mean to.
Oh. Really?
I know. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I know, you thought I was playing. I'm like,
Oh.
So Noah has been speaking up. And what's funny is you haven't said anything extreme. You've just been speaking up for basic. And so as someone who, I know you love me and are obsessed with me, but even at this current time, knowing that a lot of your audience and your fan base, well, I ain't having no fake eyelash while you picking up stuff.
I know what
I've been picking up stuff off my
That was
face.
the hair that came off your
Listen,
head.
but sometimes the hairs have roots. So don't
Look, it was that long.
Okay, just again, they have roots.
Look, why don't you just let me pick it off and you just change it? Keep going.
Because I'm self-conscious now, because somebody might think, oh, it's an eyelash and it's a root. Okay, so would you let me have this emotional moment and leave me alone?
I was just trying to help you out.
So as my friend, who I know loves me, it has actually meant a lot more for him to speak up for all my families and all black people and just all Americans, because he made such a sacrifice himself, obviously. So thank you for that. And I sent him a text last week that said, I love you, and he said, I love you too. What's wrong? I was like, I just love you. I just love you. Just let me love you. So anyway, we thought it'd be fun to kind of do a Facebook Live together. Everybody saying hi, Noah, with smiley faces with heart eyes.
Don't let her distract y'all.
Yeah, don't let him distract you. Do not let him distract you. So, Noah, you do have a certain platform as a military veteran, as a wounded veteran, and as a somewhat famous person.
Loosely famous person.
Sometimes famous person. Okay. And just tell me what you've been feeling. I don't know.
We talked about it. You know, there's, just like you said, like I haven't posted anything extreme. It's just what's right. Mm-hmm. And as someone who served in the military, I went in because of 9/11. Our country was attacked. And that's why I joined the military. I lost an arm and a leg, and I'm a different person now. I'm much older, so I always say that the person I was in the military is a different person I am today. But I still have this, I'm still a defender at heart. You know what I mean? There's different people that have different things we do in life. And this is a problem we're having in America. So I was like, this isn't anything that was too extreme to talk about, because I stay away from politics and religion.
Right. And you know what? Let me say that right now when you say that. People, I feel, confuse politics with morals.
No. This, and here's the thing is, and that's why I told Eunice that I want to do this, because as a white male in Alabama, you know what I mean? Like, I whether I think one way or another, I get to hear things that you wouldn't.
Right.
And sometimes they're
I know you do. Oh, I know you do. Oh, I know you do.
Oh,
I know you hear things I don't hear.
Look, trust me. You know what? I'm gonna bring this up. I was told in the 90s that Martin Luther King Jr. was this extremist, that black mafia, and I was like, what? Because there was this idea that was put out that a lot of white males in the South thought.
Right.
And I told Eunice I wanted to do this because there is a different, but I also know that there are a lot of, I hate to just say white males, but there's white females too.
When we say white, we mean the ones we're talking about.
I
We're
know,
not talking about all. I know, it's hard to
there are,
qualify.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, whatever side they're on, politically, religiously, whatever, that you may think are, because I've thought it too. I was like, oh, yeah, this is a racist person. And then you talk to them and it's like, no, they're not racist. They're just coming at it from a different angle. And I feel like we as a country need to try to come together.
And when you said that to me earlier, I said, yes, they are racist. They're just ignorant, though. They don't mean no harm. They're still racist.
And that's what, like, people that think that everyone's attacking police officers, no. As someone who works with law enforcement, I love law enforcement.
Right.
A lot of law enforcement is retired military. I love it. I know a lot of good guys, but I feel like the men and women I know in law enforcement, they would not allow something like that to happen.
Right.
And thankfully, I live in an area that is, it's a tight-knit community. Even though we're in Alabama, there's changes in different areas. So I'm not going to speak for all of them, but I know a lot of law enforcement that mean well. Right. So it's just, we just need to bridge that gap.
Yeah, it's a gap that we need to bridge.
Oh, a big
gap. And I
think
that's the racism gap. It's this gap where we have and you don't, and we don't care, and we can bridge the gap of just everybody having. Now, I want to do a disclaimer real quick. We may have had 1 or 2 margaritas.
Oh. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Okay, so I wanted to share a personal story about us and race.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do that.
So, again, we never know how long we've known each other. But we do know that you were fat when I met you.
What?
It's before you got your life together, right?
But this wasn't in that time.
No, I'm saying when I met you.
I know. Why are you bringing that up?
Because I like to bring up when you were fat. So, I just like to bring up when you were fat, because sometimes I feel like because you're not fat now, you're in shape, and all these people love you, and all these women are like, no. I just want to remind you when you were fat, when I met you.
Yeah, that was a short couple of years.
A short couple of years? How many years? I mean,
no, it was just about depression.
Yeah, you were depressed.
I know. Look, I threw that in there. Okay.
Okay, you got blowed up and got depressed.
Okay, yes, I got fat, and that's when we met.
You got fat after your injury.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so wait, your injury was you were in Iraq.
Yep.
And you got blown up by a roadside bomb.
Yep. Lost an arm and a leg.
Lost your left
arm.
Left arm.
Above the elbow,
and
left leg, above the knee. Yeah.
And then you came back and you were at Walter Reed for a while, and but anyway, at some point you got depressed and you got fat. That was really the whole point of the story.
I don't know why you were dragging it on. Look, I was fat.
And you know what? What's funny is I have gone to the internet to try to find.
They're out there.
I can't find them.
You see it on my face. There's a couple pictures of my face.
But you know the picture I want. It's one picture I want where you had on that swell cap for Regent's face.
Oh! I've got a magazine of that.
Oh, can you give it to me? Let me screenshot it.
No.
Okay, but he's fat and depressed. But I mean, understandably, he went to go fight for the country. He got blowed up. He didn't die. Just got half blowed up.
I can't be stopped.
And he can't be stopped. He can't be stopped. And let me even say this. We joke about it and laugh about it. Because we're friends. It's not funny when people get blowed up in war.
No.
It is funny when they get fat.
Anyway, tell the story.
Can you send me that picture though? Do you know the picture I want?
I know what picture you want.
Okay, so send me that picture. So anyway, the only reason I talk about Noah being fat is because he has been my trainer before, and he has no problem talking about my fat.
No,
and
I sweat.
I sweat a lot. But anyway, I always just want to remind him about when he was fat and was taking pictures. So anyway, Noah and I have been friends for 10 plus years. We know we met at SEC Media Days.
Mm-hmm. Through Brian
Tennell, 1,000 years ago. And he was this fat kid who no one had really heard of before. And I don't remember why we became friends.
Brian introduced us.
I understand he introduced us, but people introduce us to people all the time. Why did we become, I don't remember why we, ever talked to each other again. I actually really don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
Right. I don't know why.
That.
Yeah, I really don't know why. Brian introduced us.
I don't know. Why are we friends? You know what?
Exactly. Why are we friends? So anyway, that was many years ago. But the story I wanted to talk about happened maybe...
this was probably 3 years ago?
Maybe 3 years ago. And Noah invited me to go out on his boat. He really just wanted to show off on the boat. And I'm not really a boating type chick. And I was like, well, Noah, who else is going to be in this boat? Who's going to help you? Because I can't. I got it. That's what Noah said, right? And so some of y'all might remember, if you've been following me for that long, I did videos of Noah tying the boat up. It was a magic trick. He would do all these twists and turns with the rope, and ta-da! It was not attached. So it was my first time going to Noah's new house. And Noah gave me the address to his house. I want to make sure he's in the picture, because this is why we're telling this story. So Noah gives me the address to his house. I put it in my GPS, and I'm driving out. He lives in the boonies. You live in a rural area.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm driving out to this rural area, but as I'm looking to the right, I'm supposed to turn right to go to Noah's house. To the left, it's exactly the left, right? There's a sign that says Confederate Soldier Cemetery. So as a black woman, I'm like, where are we again? Wait, what happened? I took a wrong turn to Albuquerque. So as I have driven out to the boonies to see my friend, who I've known for years, to spend a day with him, and that's the thing that I think we're getting new sensitivity to. In that exact moment, it went in that first second of, I'm going out, we're gonna have a fun time on a boat, to Confederate Soldier Cemetery, to, as a black woman, feeling a certain kind of way.
Yeah. Well, and then it got worse.
So by the time I get to...
You showed up at the house and I had a flag up. No, I'm just kidding. I was dressed in all white.
He had on a hood. Yeah, so I was like, wait, no, he didn't. You can't joke like that.
I know.
Not this week. I mean, this week you got to be completely straight-laced, good white guy. You can't joke about racism. But anyway. So when I get to Noah's house, I say, Noah, you got me coming out here to a Confederate cemetery or whatever, and you really kind of dismissed my concerns.
Because to me it didn't mean, and I'll tell you, I'm the type of person that I served in the Union Army, basically, and so
What do you mean you served?
Well, I mean,
okay.
I served for America.
Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
I had that American flag.
Okay, let me remember history, because you were about to throw me off. Okay.
I know, yeah.
Okay. Serve for the
Yeah. So no, those were people that, and people have argued whether or not it was about states' rights. Actually, it was states' rights for slavery.
Right.
So I know
slavery was the linchpin of the Civil War.
Yes. No.
Okay.
And it's been said General Benning said it. Everybody warned it. There's all this. And so people that don't realize that. Anyway.
Just get to the part
All
where
right,
I
all
got
right.
to your house.
Yeah. So
And
to
I
me,
said,
though, it was not that big a deal. Because, like.
It was not that big a deal to him because.
Well, and I'll say,
Yeah.
here's the thing is. So now, statues of people that tried to hold down an entire race of people, no, they shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Now, when people worried about history, all right, there's a cemetery.
Okay, and they're buried. We ain't gonna dig them all
there's
up and
not
put them on.
there's not a statue. There's not a monument, and that whole area has a history like that. I'm not going like I wouldn't part of it.
Because it was like where the Confederate hospital was.
Yep, they had the railroad tracks. Brought the Confederate soldiers, and when they passed away, they would carry them up.
And there's signs and markers that notate all of that. And that is part of American history. That's part of our history.
In fact, yeah, because even,
Yes.
okay, because I'm going to say this.
I
The
agree.
city just past me is the city of Shelby.
Okay.
And they made cannonballs. And in fact, they produced most of the cannonballs for the Confederacy. So that was a big moment for the city of Shelby to have this, wherever they stood, they didn't care, but the company was like, oh, we're making money.
It was for the county.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, as my friend who I was coming to visit, can you kind of have a different understanding now that me coming out to have a good time with my friend, I'm not thinking about racism that day. It's every day in my life, but
I know.
I'm just coming to see my friend. So when I pull up and I see that you live across from the Confederate cemetery and the Confederate hospital and these memorials and stuff, I'm not holding that against you or any white people.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
is that what happened here?
Well, I think that because as this story goes on, this is where, so that first moment was like, it's just a cemetery.
The
Don't
first
worry about
moment.
it.
The first
Yeah.
moment.
But,
So then, excuse me. So then we decide we're going to go out on this boat. And again, we're out in the boonies. And it's just me and you. And you decide that we're going to go to this convenience store.
yeah, I mean, you got to stop and get gas.
Okay, so he says, let's go
drinks.
get some ice in the cooler. Let's get some drinks and stuff to take out on the boat. That's what he says, okay? So I say, okay, cool. And so we pull up to this convenience store, but at this convenience store, it's like basically covered in like Confederate flags and stuff. And so as his friend, I'm sitting in the car like, and Noah says, come on, let's go. And I said, I'm not going in there. And you didn't understand why I didn't want to go in the store.
I was excited about boating. To me, nothing was happening. You know what I mean? I'm with my friend
Nothing
that
happened
I love,
for you.
and nothing was affecting me.
Nothing was affecting
We go
you.
in.
And I didn't want to get out the car.
No.
I said, Noah, you go get whatever. You were like, no, come on in. And all I see is Confederate flags around this whole store. And I said, Noah, I don't want to go in. But my friend told me, even when he said, you with me, and I told you later, I said, even you saying I'm with you is kind of like, I'm okay because I'm with you, which is also another level of, it's messed up.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
He shouldn't have told me, oh, you with me.
You should be okay all the time. We're in a country that is.
Right. So even when you said, come on, you with me, I was like, so I'm your black, I'm your darky. That's what I felt. I didn't say that down.
No, you did not tell me that.
That's what I felt. We just talking. We just having a conversation.
I know, but I feel bad.
No, I feel bad.
But
I just want to
okay,
just tell you,
look.
because even in your mind, you think you don't have, you were saying to me as Eunice, your friend, not as a black person. You were saying to your friend, why are you concerned about going in here? You're with me. I'm not going to let anything happen to you no matter what.
Yeah.
I get what you were saying. But as your black friend who felt uncomfortable going in and you convincing me to go with you, even you saying you're with me, it's kind of like you'll be okay because you're with me because I got a white, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
I belong to you or I'm your, you know.
Yeah, and it was like that was something that I think.
Does that make sense now?
No, it does.
Okay.
It does. You know, and looking like. No, it makes it because we don't think about it. Here's the thing is,
you didn't have to think about it in that way. So for me, I know my ancestors' stories that they were able to go into stores and go into places because they were with their masters, not because they were allowed or welcomed. It was because they were with their masters. So when my friend who ain't thinking about that, and I've never been a slave, but I see all this Confederate stuff in the store, and I say, well, I'm gonna stay in the car, and you say, come go with me, and you say you're with me. It's like,
yeah, oh yeah, no, that's yeah.
And can I mention, he didn't have on those shoes.
That's what bothered you the most.
It bothered me the most that he was walking around the store. He don't wear but one shoe anyway, and he was barefoot. And I was like, you ain't gonna put no shoes on?
We were going to the lake.
But we was in the store, and like It were people. So that bothered me too.
That was before COVID-19.
It was a little bit too, what's the word? It was a little too much.
It was.
I said, you ain't even got no shoes on. I really don't even want to be seen with you. Okay, but you receive that now. So we go in the store, we're walking around, and your demographic, meaning kind of your fan base, are people who see you walking in with one arm and one leg, and some of them know your story, and they were excited to see you, and they may or may not have had on like Confederate hats.
Yeah, one of them had a Confederate hat on. And let me jump in. And
okay. Oh, somebody actually said, Eunice, let him talk some. He ain't got nothing to say, Carolyn.
Thank you,
go ahead.
Carolyn.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead.
So, then these two gentlemen. All right, these two men come up. You know what?
Dudes.
These two guys come up. One of them has a Confederate hat on. And they wanted to take a picture with me. And they took pictures with me, never acknowledged this woman with me.
And that's fine, because I
no, but here's the thing is, because you know what,
I'd
like to think that how y'all doing? We take pride in if I have a woman's with me, that's a Southern gentleman thing, and if you see somebody with a woman, you at least acknowledge him. No acknowledgement, no nothing. You did not exist.
I did not exist,
and I didn't even notice it,
which was probably a good thing, because if they had noticed me, it might have been a problem.
Well, I didn't notice it until we got in the car, and she said it.
And I said something to you immediately.
Yes.
I said,
Noah.
It was
bothering you.
It was bothering me.
And it never.
And black people, we have to talk to our friends, because I know we've protected a lot of our white friends from my experience. And as soon as we got in the car, I said, Noah, I appreciate that you see me as your friend, but you cannot take me everywhere that you can go.
And that's a sad thing anyway. But no, like, a lot of times you probably have a reason to get mad at a lot of us. But a lot of times, and that's why we want to do more of these videos.
Yeah, we're going to do more of these videos, just having conversations.
Where we stand, how we both feel.
Right.
Because you know what? I love this woman, and she's been a friend of mine forever, and I would not let anything happen to her, whether it was race related,
I do believe that.
Anything. I don't care who came up, I would protect you.
I do believe that.
And it did not cross my mind.
And I know, and it had no reason to cross your mind, because that was not your experience. And I think that's what a lot of our white neighbors are seeing this week, is nothing has crossed their mind that has been our experience. And as I've done some videos that you have not watched any of them, but about, black people a lot of times protect our white friends from our experience, because we just want to hang out and have a good time. We're not always trying to talk about what all we had to do and go through to get there to you.
Yeah.
But that day, I felt like even though we still had a really cool day, we had a fun time. It didn't ruin our day, but I know I was vocal that day in saying, hey,
I'm glad you were.
You can't take me everywhere you can go. And I didn't want to come back out to the Confederate cemetery area again and you not have an understanding that I'm not welcome everywhere necessarily.
Yeah. No, and that's what, and as we were talking, someone said that I looked uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable.
Oh, are you reading comments?
I glanced at it.
No, it said, did you feel? Yes, no, I did feel uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. I thought they were saying
I think they were talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think they were talking to me.
It was going really
Look
fast.
Look at you. You all in the wrong thing.
I know. We all trying. But Eunice and I have talked about this. We talked about it actually before this.
Yeah.
But we thought
years ago. We talked about it years ago.
Our backgrounds and our friendship, and we both loved to talk.
This is true.
Yeah, and discuss things, and we want to do more of these videos.
Yeah.
That are discussing where each one of us stands and the connections and how it makes us feel, and just try to, what are we talking about? Just a conversation.
Right, and I think that's what this country is. It's just a dialogue and a conversation where people aren't yelling at each other, where people can actually say, this is what I felt. And because everyone is saying they care and they have a heart for just humans, just listen and receive it and not defend and not deflect and not say, well, you shouldn't have felt that way. All of us, it's not even racially. Black people feel differently than other black people. White people feel differently from other white people based on our individual experiences. And so I think sometimes in this country, a lot of times, most of the time in this country, certain people's experience have never been acknowledged or respected or listened to.
Yeah. No, I think that that's why we want to do it, to have these conversations, to talk about things, because, we can discuss,
I guess the wind is blowing. Our executive producer is saying we need a windshield. She's a hater, Robin.
Dang, Robin.
The wind's blowing. The wind is blowing.
I'm sure I said something amazing.
No, they heard it all. They didn't miss nothing. Okay, so I'm going to try to read some of
Let's
these
read
comments.
some of these questions. Or
They're not okay, if y'all have questions for Noah, you can ask him.
how's my hair look? Eunice doesn't like my beard.
No, I didn't say I didn't like your beard. I just said it had a lot of gray in it that I was surprised about.
So why are we zooming in on that?
It said it was. I just was surprised that you had that much gray. I hadn't seen you in a little bit. Okay, so this I'm trying to see. What does it say? Glad to see such. I think people are talking on a small scale. Hopefully, yeah. That's all we got to do is just start having conversations with our neighbors and our friends and our coworkers. And you know what? I think a lot of white people don't know where to go with the conversation because they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what we said. Because I said that to her. I was like, we don't like. Of course, we also have to keep in mind there are going to be people on. It doesn't matter if they're black, they're white, whatever, that are just going to be rude and just mess up. We're going to have a real conversation.
We're all going to mess up. Black people messed up by giving the Democrats those kente cloths to wear to go in. Black people messed up on that one. That was our bad. The Congressional Black Congress, I guess, handed them.
They meant well. They meant well.
But think about it. Because they put the Black Congressional Caucus, from my understanding is they handed Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all those white Democrats the kente cloth. Now, they would have looked
The
at
what?
Kente cloth. That's what that was.
That's what it's really called, that?
Yes, it's called
Yes,
it's called kente.
I didn't know.
Educate your white friends. Don't let them out in the street. Don't let them out in the street. Okay, it's called kente cloth.
Okay.
That like traditional kind of African type
well,
print.
yeah.
It's called kente cloth.
I didn't know that. I thought I was thinking about the movie.
No. Oh, you talking about Black Panther?
No,
like
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte. Okay.
And look, hold on.
Kinte
Before y'all get mad at me.
Wait, you saw Roots? You watch Roots?
Girl, I know all kind of stuff.
I'm like, what you know about Kunta Kinte? You watch Roots?
Girl, look.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let's stay focused. But that was black people bad, giving them that kente cloth, because what happens is, as I read the article, they handed the congressional folks the kente cloth. So if they had said, no, I'm good, I don't want to do it, then they would have been...
Oh, they'd looked horrible.
They would have looked horrible.
It was a bad... Yeah.
So there's no way in the world a white person thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Somebody black told them that. So, and we're not going to get it right.
You know what?
We're not going to get it right all the time.
But speaking of that, even though we're talking about that, one thing that we're not going to get into politics.
No, we're not talking politics.
You know what? Both things happen on both sides, where people mean well, and it looks like we're not just saying,
we're only talking to people who mean well, and we're gonna mess it up. And something, like I said, that whole Nancy Pelosi, I saw that and I said, somebody black has led them astray, because they didn't come up with this. This was a bad idea, and black people did that, and we're gonna mess it up. And white people who are uncomfortable and don't know, they're gonna mess it up. And we just have to know that if you mean well, we've always been able to see the heart of people. I will say, white people, we see your heart even when y'all be hateful and mean and taking us to Confederate stores. We know your heart.
Why are you always trying to push me out of the...
I'm sorry, because I'm trying to read the question. Oh, they challenging you to say, ask him to name a scene in Roots. They don't think you watch Roots. Oh. Well, he did know who Kunta Kinte was, so that's... But do you know a scene in Roots? Do you know, I don't know if I could say a scene in Roots.
I know, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, other than when Kunta Kinte kept running away and they chopped his foot off and they wanted him to be called Toby. And he kept,
yeah.
You know Toby? Okay, y'all, I think he saw it. He's finishing my sentences. He's going to give him a bad. I think he saw it. When did you see it? When did you see Roots?
That was a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah. Because when that movie come out?
No, it came out like before you were born.
Yeah,
probably.
but it came on the TV. It came on TV in the I
mean, it's come on a few times.
I know,
they probably will be wrecking that thing up soon.
Yeah, but no, it was I think there was a time in the 90s that it was...
Okay, so Misty is one of my white neighbors.
Why she gotta be white?
Because I want to...
Why she gotta be your neighbor?
Because I'm trying to read... She's not my neighbor. She's a friend.
See, you just made it all up.
No, she said, that's spot on you. Some of us want to have conversations, but don't always know what to say without seeming insensitive. I understand. I'll never truly say. So I said she was white. But that's the thing. She's white because she's white. We white because she's white. We can say... Yeah.
No, I know.
But listen, I don't want us to be... And like, we can't say what somebody is. I mean, that's the beauty is, I can see that I'm black and you white. I'm cuter. I'm cuter by nature. Okay. Stay focused. They say he named the person. They say he's a brother. Y'all, listen, black people, we got to stop inviting them to the cookout so easily. Look, can I say that? I can have a cookout. I don't know that I would invite Noah.
Yes, you
Let
would.
me say.
Maybe you wouldn't.
You think I would? Wait, you think I would?
Invite you to.
Yeah, invite you to the cookout. Do you know what that means when I say you think I'm gonna invite you to the extra cookout? Oh, we about to have an awkward moment.
yes, we don't.
All right, so Tracy says, I feel people are being excessive with niceness, walking up saying hello, how are you today, excuse me, do you need help? I agree. There was a woman in there that she smiled at me so hard from her table, and then take the smile. You know what I'm saying? Just take the smile, take the excessive niceness.
Amelia? Is that you said?
It's funny. That's funny. Camellia, it says he's cute too. Let me see. Camellia, let's read her comment. You can't mention Roots airing on TV without mentioning the number of shows it takes to air. Yeah, I mean, if you watch Roots on TV, you watched it for about 6 weeks. It was a long miniseries. Oh, now Misty says she want to invite us both to the cookout. Do they have some of the best tailgates at Alabama football games?
Well, come on with it.
Noah don't know about sports.
What?
What? He don't know about sports. I just. Why do y'all keep saying he's cute? Okay, I need y'all to focus. No, I wouldn't say Noah is Gary Owen. You know who Gary Owen is? He's a white comedian, but he married to a black lady. He's invited to the cookout. But you're better than him.
Okay. Gary Owen.
He's a white comedian, but he has a black.
Does he talk about how the first time he had to, like, you were kind of defending your own race?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't want to tear into it, but it was a comedian that talks about it. It was funny. What Gary am I thinking of?
No, okay, well listen, I'm saying Gary Owen. He's a white dude. He's married to a black lady. He's invited to the cookout because he just, you ain't no Gary Owen. Okay. So anyway, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, now we talking about dimples. Are we talking about my dimples? Whose dimples we talking about?
You got dimples?
You got dimples?
I got dimples.
I can't see him through all that great face hair. Well, you know what? My people are turning on me. This is why we can't have no revolution. Black people get distracted by white man's dimples. How are we gonna rise up and take them over if y'all keep talking about, ooh, he cute, he got dimples?
Hey,
I just told y'all he took me to a Confederate store.
And we are better for it. We have come together. Now we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to read.
So let them tell me how attractive I am.
Everybody say we talking about his, not yours. What does that say? I need glasses now. And a windscreen because the wind's blowing. It says, I had no idea when I was like teen and working. One of the supervisors called an associate who was a black girl. The supervisor called everybody like, hey girl or hey guys. She was up north. Next thing you know, the associate was yelling time. I ain't no girl. This was in the 90s. You know what? And that's something you don't even know that it's just words have so much power. Black men don't like to be referred to as boys. So even if you say, boy, go on, you play that,
and that's the thing is like especially coming out of the military, like you have this, especially as you move up in rank, like the way you talk to people below you, and sometimes you say things jokingly to other guys. There is a difference, because there is something rooted in a way that, a black male's ancestor, their family, because it hasn't been that long. That's the thing. That's what people need to realize. Like, people are still alive that were treated horribly, like way worse.
That's included.
Yeah, and then it's, so generations of being told, don't take that.
Right.
And you got to respect that.
Words really have power. I mean, I think that a lot of times people say, oh, it's just a word, or y'all use the word, whatever. It's like words really do have power.
Oh, they do. And that's the thing is, all right, I'm glad you said that. Because I may be wrong, but this is what my mindset is.
Clear it by me first. Don't just be jumping out here and I got to, what you about to say? I don't know what you about to say.
Well, we going to put it on pause?
No, I don't know. I feel like I need you to whisper back because you getting all hyped up and I'm like, wait, what you about to say?
I know, who knows? Let's just go with it. All right, so.
What you about to say?
A long time ago, white people used a term that was derogatory towards black slaves. The N-word.
Now, when you say a long time ago, what you mean?
Like, wait.
Today?
Yeah, not that long ago, but they were
today.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And then, but here's what I'm gonna say, because something came up with another reality show star here in Alabama,
right?
And it was a song. And people defended her and said, well, it's in a song. If they can say it, we can say it. Well, here's the thing. And I may be wrong, but what I've always envisioned and seen was we use the word, I say that loosely, but, use the word.
White people.
Yeah.
Okay.
A word to talk down, and then a group of people said, you know what? No, we're going to make this our word.
Okay.
And that's what I saw happen.
But you don't ever get that word back.
No. That's the thing is,
Everybody's saying when you said a long time ago.
I know.
Everybody,
I know. Okay, yes, yes. I know.
Like right now, somebody is writing that word right now.
And you're right.
Right
you know
now.
what?
Okay.
And as a white male, I have heard it a lot.
Today.
I didn't hear it today.
Well, we heard it today.
I know. But yes.
Right.
But no, it is said a lot.
Right. It's a word that was meant to belittle and degrade and dehumanize people.
Well, and that's okay. What I'm saying anyway. What I'm trying to say is to any white person watching it, that is like, why can't we use that word? Hey, it's not all your word.
It ain't
you know
your
what I
word.
mean?
It ain't your word no more. We took it,
Yep.
and you don't need it no more.
Yeah. And so what I saw happen with the person that posted something on social media, because you know what, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If I love Tupac.
You love who?
Tupac, yeah.
We've never talked about this. I don't want you to go too deep talking about what black people you love.
But yeah, but if I'm gonna record something and put out to the I teach my kids this. Whatever you put on social media is out there.
Right.
Out there forever. And if I wouldn't post a song with me using vulgar language, you know, putting down women, putting down anybody. Right. So no, she made a mistake and did something she shouldn't have done. She should have been thinking, but she's a young kid and she needs to learn from it. You don't because I think it's offensive to put something like that out publicly. Because it looks like you are not regarding the fact that is an offensive word. Right.
But again, when we talk about rap, and here's the thing. When black people say that word of rap, like you said, it was a word that was meant for harm that we took, and it means different things for us within our community, right? You don't get to use that word no more in no context. Why do white people always say, well, why can't we say it? I'm not asking you to answer, but answer me. Why white people be wanting to say it?
I hate using this as an example, but it's the only thing I have.
Okay.
I mean, I'm disabled. You know what I mean? You could, like, another person injured could call me crippled. You know what I mean? But hey, don't be calling me crippled.
You see, I know. I'm sitting here looking at you like, what are you talking about? You disabled? I didn't know what you meant.
Okay. It's not, I don't want
totally
that.
Unrelated. Totally
I don't
unrelated.
want those two to be
right. Okay, but
totally. But
let me ask you a question. Totally
One's
unrelated.
not a disability.
Are you disabled?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
But, no.
I was like, what you talking about?
But I think that,
so some people would see you and say you're disabled or use terminology, or maybe another disabled person would say you were disabled.
All right, how about this? I didn't say it, but you asked me about my daughter, who has become very moody, and you asked me how she was. I said, well, she's up.
Oh,
And she, because I wouldn't
said the
dare.
word. I said the word, because you can't, but you can't. I can't.
No, yeah. There's just some things.
That's a good example.
How about this? It's respect.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? So let me ask you this about being disabled, because I don't. Are you disabled?
I mean, yes.
Are you disabled?
I mean, there's limitations to what I can, like, I'm not the person I was before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty amazing.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't think you thought you was disabled. He don't have a whole arm and a whole leg. And I'm like, wait a minute, disabled? I've never heard you use that terminology before.
Yeah, but I'll just use it for example.
Okay, for an example.
But it's not a good, I hate using that example.
But it's a good, but this is the thing. We do have to use
talking about the word.
Okay, the word. So, but wait. But you would prefer to be called disabled versus crippled.
Oh, no, I'd rather neither one of them be said.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? Someone mentioned.
Okay, well, because you're reading, because you can see.
I know.
Okay,
someone said.
Someone said what?
I don't see color.
Oh, what's your view on I've been posting my view on I don't see color. We have not discussed this. Please do not answer this question wrong, nor Galloway, because I've been posting about this and we have not talked about it ahead of time. And you know what? And this is the fear with our white friends, because we love them. We don't think they racist, but they might say the wrong thing. And I don't know what he about to say about this don't see color question.
All right, look, hold on.
So I'm gonna let him answer it, but don't answer it wrong. Why are you standing up? What you doing?
Well, because I'm ready. All right,
he hyped up now. Okay, what's the answer to the don't see?
All right. One, I think that is a stupid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. So, look, because
I'll let you finish.
Be ignorant to not notice the difference in people, where their culture, where they come from.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Because look, I appreciate people in their culture, where they come from. And we all look at it. Look at this country, and we love. What do we eat? What do we eat for lunch?
You know what? He didn't stood up.
What do we have for lunch?
Okay, you had the right answer. I'm not about to give you all this platform because this is.
I'm not done.
I know. Okay, he think that's stupid. That's all I need to know.
No. But can I say
but
this?
But
wait a minute. But when white people say it, they mean well.
They
You know
do
what I
mean well.
They
do mean well. But here's the thing, and this is what I've been saying. When white people say it, they do mean well. When they say, I don't see black and white, I don't see color.
But these are people who do not realize that the black community is treated differently. Look, I went to a predominantly black school, and I saw, we and my friends would joke about who would ride with us when we went places and how we were treated. And the fact that, when I hear people say I don't see color, I'm like, no, then you're being ignorant because there is a difference. And here's another thing.
But here's the thing, there's a difference, but it doesn't mean one is lesser than. So my point is, don't tell me you don't see color, because if you're telling me you have to actually go blind in order to treat me fairly, then that's a problem. That's an acknowledgement of a problem.
Right on.
We're going to change the world. We play. See, sit down. You make me nervous. I don't like for disabled white men to be standing over me. Okay, what else they say? The same as saying I have a black friend, they said. The same as saying I have a black friend.
Yeah.
That's kind of problematic too, right? Saying I have a black friend. Please don't tell me you ever told nobody you had a black friend and you was talking about me. We ain't that close.
First of all,
we ain't that close.
You think you're the only one I got?
No, I know. I know I'm not
that.
your only black friend. I actually do know that. I actually kind of feel a certain kind of way. Oh, so you got other black friends? Okay. It means different things. First time I heard it from a dear black friend, he said, appreciate me because I didn't see color. Okay, so why have older white people have turned this issue into a us versus all cops?
Okay, you know what? No, people haven't. And I'm not going to say the media. When people say the media, we are the media. Look, what are we putting out right now? We are the media.
Right.
And the media gives us what the people want.
Right.
I've always said, if I owned a news corporation, look, I don't care if it's towards my political agenda or not, what's going to make me money. That's what they're doing.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
and
now,
it's usually what's inflammatory.
And this is something that we're going to talk about on some of our videos because...
Okay, you say our videos. They watching my videos. I ain't seen nobody looking at
me co-hosting.
That's our videos. Do y'all remember that time I was doing videos without him? But ahead.
That's what at lunch we were talking about it. We love our law enforcement. You know what I mean?
Right.
We need our law enforcement.
We need police.
Yes. Yeah. And they're important. And these are men and women who are putting themselves out there and want to be in the community, protect the community. But that's one thing we need to work on is that community feeling. See,
the community feeling.
Yeah, because I have a lot of good friends. I've lost friends in law enforcement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tough guys that have done amazing things.
I couldn't do that job, and I wouldn't want nobody that I was closer to do it.
Yes, but I also do not disagree with the fact that, you can't just say there's a few bad apples. Because you know what, if you went to, a hospital or somewhere and they're like, well, some of our doctors are good. Or that's like saying what's that saying? They say, I'll give you a bottle of pills and one of them will kill you.
Yeah.
The other ones won't. Would you take any of them?
Right.
No. Okay. No, we have to, but it's all about, we need good leadership.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing it. We're seeing it in a lot of cities, a lot of other states. Good leadership that steps up and says, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what's going to happen. Good leadership in our law enforcement we can't have the aggressors that are meant for the big drug deals and things like that.
That was your point. You were saying there's different levels of policing, and we don't need the most aggressive police officers doing community policing. They might be SWAT or Marshal or whatever. But we got to start. This is about reform, and how you reform it. We can get to the do's and don'ts of reform. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
You're going to, and I'll just be there.
Yeah, we don't know. All right, if y'all have any other questions, we're going to wrap this up in a second because I'm tired of sitting out here with him. So ask us any other questions. I feel like they said they were talking about your dimples, but look.
You do. Just tell her she has nice dimples,
I think I need glasses. I went to a predominantly black school also, except for a few never had any problems. Now, I will say, in general, I feel like black people are more inclusive than white people. Like, if you have a majority of black people or something, and there's a white person, that white person is already in the group more so than having a majority of white people and a black person.
Nope, I
don't
disagree.
Think so?
No,
okay.
because it's here's the thing is, and this goes into, and there's nothing wrong with this, personalities and what you have in common.
Yeah.
Like, I have friends of mine in country music artists, and I know black artists or people that are in the circle that they fit in there and they're part of it. They're all happy and good. No, but they're country.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they wear cowboy hats, cowboy boots, and they put a dip in their mouth. You know what I mean? So no, they just fit into there. So I don't think either side is more accepting than the other. It's just we need to start seeing past the race and finding what we connect with.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like we're friends because I'm funny and you want to be funnier.
I wouldn't say that. So anyway, he actually thinks it's funny. I wouldn't say that. I would say we're friends because
I think it's because we're both.
I don't even know why we would be friends.
Well, no, but I think it's because we met. We're both very happy-go-lucky people. We're happy with life. We want to make a difference in people's lives. We care about people, and we want to do something. And that's why people like me.
So, anyway, you got me distracted. I'm over here trying to change the world, and you over here being you.
How great's my hair look?
Is it longer than usual?
I'm growing it out.
Yeah, because I feel like you don't normally have the part that goes up this way and then goes back that way.
All right, let's wrap this up. I got things to do, Eunice.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, so anyway, do I miss being an anchor?
I do.
No.
Oh.
I think that was for me. No. I don't miss being an anchor because my voice is my voice and I can say whatever I want to say and do. I can't get fired. I quit. Why are you so close? Are we social distancing? I feel like you're a little too close.
No, because I was trying to read.
Okay. Well, they're writing to me. They're not writing to you. I can read it to you if you need it.
Camellia.
That's an old person. Welcome. I just want to say something about you. What he did in this restaurant.
I don't know what's about to be said.
You know, but you opening that door for that dude.
Oh. So?
What was that? What was that when you opened that door for that dude?
He was struggling. That's called human decency.
That's why you opened the door for that dude?
Yeah. What?
We in this restaurant, sitting at our table, and a guy, might have been a little bit fluffy, had a to-go box and like some kind of wallet or something, and he was struggling to get the door open with the to-go box. And so my one-armed, one-legged friend jumped up to help him with the door. And I said, why did you jump up to help him with the door? He should have put that box down and left it.
So he didn't need that box?
No, I am not hating on Noah's attention. He doesn't get any real attention. As
you move it away.
I wouldn't say WVTM was holding me back, but most people have jobs where they, might have some repercussions for what they share personally. You representing a brand.
Yeah,
or
there's nothing wrong with that.
That's
no,
everybody.
If you work
so I
with
just
a group,
felt like I
be
wanted
careful.
to.
I'm trying to answer for you. So you just cut me out.
Okay. So anyway,
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Well, I mean, you act like I got nothing to do. Actually, I had to go before you got here, since you got here late. So I've been had to go. So anyway, the reason why we did this live is we actually were talking months ago, because every time we do a live, we have pretty positive response to our friendship and our interaction. And we said, we should just do something regularly anyway. And then the world ended with the pandemic, and then the world ended with everybody hating each other. And so we said, let's just start doing lives, and we'll figure out what it's supposed to be. So we are working on that. But we do just want to create areas where we know everyone doesn't have somebody they can talk to and ask questions of, and feel like they have a safe place to not get it wrong, or not be ostracized, or not be judged, or not be canceled. And so we want to try to have some of those conversations amongst us based on our real life relationship.
And neither one of us have jobs right now, so
we ain't got no jobs.
No, we got nothing at risk.
We ain't got no jobs, so we got time. But yeah. So anyway, we're gonna figure out what this is gonna be. We appreciate y'all watching, and at the end of the day, as horrible as things may seem, we can actually figure out how to love each other. We really can, and we have figured it out a long time ago. We can't remember why or how, But we figured it out a long time ago, and we still here, still together. Still together. Yes. you giving them the dimples? What?
No, I was just reading. I wasn't just looking at myself.
Yes, you were.
I was reading.
So have you dried off yet? I'm gonna tell this personal story. So we were sitting outside and I was really hot. And I got a little nervous because I said, when I get up, I'm probably gonna have sweat stains up my butt. Ladies, back me up. You know what it is. We were sitting outside on the patio. We were sitting on plastic chairs. And I said, you know what, Noah? I'm a little self-conscious about standing up because I feel like...
In her romper.
In my... You don't think my romper's cute? You talking trash?
No, I said...
No,
I was... I didn't...
Why you gonna call it a romper?
It's a nice romper.
How you gonna call it a romper?
Is it not a romper?
It is, but it sounds different when you say it. It's not a romper. I mean, it's like... I feel like when you said it... Okay, anyway. I felt like when you said it was shady. It might be a romper, but don't you say that no more.
No.
Anyway.
No, that's a word I can't use.
So I said, Noah... when we get up to walk out, I feel a little self-conscious because I've been sitting out here in the sun and I can feel my butt getting wet and I'm probably going to have a wet stain on my butt. And you know what my dear friend said to me? Well, you said several things.
That's what I was wondering. Which one?
Well, you said, oh, don't worry about it. I'll just walk behind you.
No.
I said, no, you ain't going to walk that close behind me and that ain't even the thing that we going to do. We ain't about to tandem walk out of here.
Well, I was looking
so
out
people can't see my wet butt.
That
right?
was a good...
So I told Noah, we not about to walk out of here so tight together that people can't see my butt wet. We not going to do that. So, but thank you for the offer. So I went to the restroom.
No. She gets up and she refuses to get in front of me. I said, well, look, we're on the patio.
He's like, go in front of me. Let me see. Let me see.
No, I said, I said,
Noah,
because how much would you appreciate it if you think there's a wet spot, but then someone confirms there's not? Quit worrying about it.
I didn't want that today. So I said, Noah, no, don't get behind. Let me just go to the bathroom and figure out what's going on. So I go to the restroom. Right?
Someone said I lost my black card because I called it a romper.
Yeah, you did. I go to the restroom to just check for myself because, like I said, I've been out here sweating. I said, Lord, my butt's gonna be wet, and I'm good. So I come out the restroom. People sitting outside. I say, oh, I'm good. I told you you didn't have no sweat on your butt.
I did.
I said, what are you doing? I told you. Hey, I told you. Your butt wasn't wet. I told you before you went in there.
I didn't even do it on purpose.
Yeah,
I was just talking.
Okay, I just wanted to tell you that because that's what you did. I said, who is this? Why is you yelling in this restaurant about my wet butt in front of all these? Yeah, I told you I had your back. Your butt wasn't even wet. You can't even say you didn't do that.
I know I did. I didn't even think about it.
And that's how he took me to the Confederate convenience store.
And we wrapped it up.
He ain't even think about it. But thank you, friend, for checking.
All right.
All right, y'all. Have a good week.
Thank you.
No, we don't need no close-ups of Noah. Bye.